Welcome to Chic Sustainability with Landria Onkka, and I'm Landria Onkka. Now, you may know me from my other channel. I'm an influencer, and I get a lot of requests. Landria, show us what you're doing in your new place. How are you decorating? They want to know what I use on my hair and how I stay healthy, and I'm going to share all of that with you. We're going to talk about the beauty in your home and doing it sustainably. How do we reuse things in a way that is magical? In other words, we're going to create a sustainable world, but it's chic. It's not this simple, barren kind of lack world where we have to give up the things that we love. In fact, we're going to use that more. So we're going to cover subjects like your health. We're going to bring in that whole spirituality end of things. In other words, what I want to share with you is that everything is connected. It's an energy field, and we're going to talk more like quantum physics than we are spirituality, but it is the same thing. And why am I going to bring this up? Because everything is a frequency. And so when we have a cleaner environment, when we respect nature and our bodies, we're going to function differently. We're going to have more energy. We're going to feel better. You're going to have a more positive outlook on things. Why? Because you have a cleaner body that can function efficiently. You may find that you stop getting sick. I can't remember the last time that I was sick. Now, that's not to say that you won't have illnesses that come along, but they're not going to be because you have a toxic body. So we're going to work on that. But what about makeup and beauty and your home, what you eat? We're going to talk about all of these amazing things. So today I'm going to give you just one little thing that I do that I think is super important. Now, I work on a computer all day long. I love it. I write on it. I communicate with my global audience. I coach on it. And it has never caused any issues for me at all. However, I did see some articles and some other creators out there who've talked about the blue light and the red light that we take into our eyes, and most artificial light is blue light, and this is why we wear these blue glasses. You know, they have the film on them to filter out blue light from computers. I actually don't use those. However, I think there's a great balance between the red and blue light exposure. Now, I don't have any overhead lights here. I use very low light lamps. Now, those of you who work in offices, this cannot be avoided, but here's something that I would like to share with you, because if you do this, you may possibly see some great improvements in different ways. So I'm going to share a little bit of information about the blue and red light just briefly here. Most of the positive effects of solar radiation are mediated via ultraviolet. That B, that's the UVB induced production of vitamin D in skin. And several human skin diseases like psoriasis, vitiligo, atopic dermatitis, and localized scleroderma can be treated with solar radiation. So solar ultraviolet UV radiation has been used since ancient times to treat various diseases. It has a scientific background, in fact, that a large number of molecules in different layers of the skin interact with and absorb UV. So let's talk about what I'm implying. Sunlight in your eyes in the morning can have many benefits, including improved mood. Sunlight in the morning can boost your mood and energy levels throughout the day. Better sleep. Morning sunlight helps regulate your circadian rhythm, which can improve the quality of your sleep at night. Reduce stress. Sunlight in the morning can help lower stress. Weight loss. Morning sunlight exposure may help with weight loss by affecting hormones that regulate hunger and satiety. One study found that office workers who got more light were better at making decisions and scored higher on cognitive tests. Sunlight is the most effective for regulating your circadian rhythm when you expose your eyes to it in the first 30 to 60 minutes after waking up. And even on cloudy days, outdoor light provides more lux than indoor light. While sunlight has many benefits, it's important to protect your eyes from the sun's UV rays. You should wear sunglasses with 100% UVA and UVB protection when outside, especially for a long time. Now, I just want you to know I don't do that. I actually don't block it, and I actually look off and allow it to come into my eye. Of course, you should always protect your eyes. Don't look directly in the sun. I look slightly off, and I do use protection throughout the day. So it makes sense, doesn't it? Now we take vitamins to make up for this, but I don't take vitamins. I don't believe that vitamins really are going to solve any problems if you're still living a lifestyle that's imbalanced. In the morning, I go out, morning sun, and I actually look at the sun. Now I look slightly off, so I'm not looking directly into the sun, which apparently is not a good thing. So I look slightly off and I allow the sun beams to enter my body. That is red light, and it's really good. What is that doing? It's giving me all of the vitamins and replenishing me in a natural way. Now, I live here in Florida, and I do make sure that I go get sun. Now, I don't generally lay in the sun unless I happen to be out visiting with somebody. Again, when we go too much one way as opposed to the other way, we get imbalances, and this is what causes all kinds of skin issues and things like that. So I absolutely make sure that I don't wear a hat and I go out in the sun. I'll go for a walk, or I spend a little bit of time out there without getting myself all fried. I would like to suggest, no matter where you live in the world, that you go outside, even if you have cloud cover. The sun is the most natural, perfect source of amazing vitamins. They say D, even B, the red light. Now, I am not suggesting that you do not wear sunscreen or protect yourself, especially if your doctor has told you this. Absolutely, I want you to pay attention to that. I am not claiming to be a doctor, nor give you any kind of medical advice. However, I do know that we do gain from our exposure to sun on some level. Take a plant inside and it's not going to do very well. Now, what I want to suggest to you, and this is just my opinion, of course, I do not wear sunscreen. Now, I'm not saying again that you shouldn't. I want you to think about the biggest organ in your body is your skin. Everything you put on it, it absolutely is going into your kidneys, your liver, everything. And we don't think of it that way, but everything's being absorbed. That includes any kind of creams and also sun protector. So if you're going to use a sun protection, you really feel you have to, I would suggest you do a couple things. You cover yourself with material instead of exposing yourself if you're sensitive to that. And the second thing is, if you are going to use sunscreen, make sure it's all natural. I'm going to do a little bit of research on this. I may have that in the description. If I don't, it's because I didn't find anything that I was satisfied with. Now, I never actually ever use sunscreen. I don't like chemicals going into my body. But again, I do not have the issues that some other people do who are susceptible to various issues that, of course, your doctor's going to recommend you protect yourself from. I just want you to think about the actual chemicals and things that you put on your skin. Even your clothes, if they're treated or you're washing in toxic detergents. We've seen kids who have allergic reactions, people don't realize it's from their clothes. Then we have to think about what we're putting on our skin. Even your clothes, what you're washing them in. We're going to talk more and more about all of the resources that you use. Okay, honey, hold on, let me get your little nut. Sorry, I had to go give my squirrel a walnut. So what I want to share with you is that everything from what you wash your clothes in to what you put on your skin and what you expose yourself to, natural is always better. So if you're going to cover yourself with materials, make sure those are not toxic. I'm going to give you links in my description for everything that I research and use, but most of all, don't use. So if you can go out and get a little bit of sun exposure and not have any issues with your skin, according to your doctor, your dermatologist. Of course, again, I'm not suggesting at all that this is medical advice. I just want you to think about what you do use, what's in it. Everything counts. So let's start with that. I expose myself to that red light first thing in the morning before I get on my computer because it clears out your energy field. And again, you heard that information, and I believe absolutely everything counts, and the more we are using nature instead of artificial means, the more we're actually really going to clear up our energy fields. We're going to talk more about this because everything I use detoxes, the stuff that we put on that we're told is good for us, including, think about your hair. Oh, let's coat it with this and that. Well, when you coat it, you actually inhibit it from being its absolute natural, beautiful self. And I actually don't do anything in my hair, and it doesn't frizz. That's because I have no toxins on it whatsoever. We're going to talk more about this, beauty, makeup, all of it. And I'm going to take you into chic designing, sustainable design. We're going to decorate, we're going to do interior design, we're going to talk about feng shui. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll see you in the next video.